Hey everybody, it's Carol, and I'm here today to tell you about a new initiative that's being birthed out of Carol McLeod Ministries. You know, when I started this ministry, almost 16 years ago, I was determined to bring the joy of His presence to the women in my generation. I was determined to do it any way that I could, through the teaching of the Word, through worship, through the testimonies of other women. And we live at a time in history where you have to be very creative about how you reach the men and the women of your generation. And so long before the pandemic ever hit the shores of America, we were birthing something behind the scenes that, of course, now we all know was for such a moment as this. The initiative that I'm talking about is called The Joy Life. You know, that is what drives me. That is what moves me to get out of bed in the morning. That's what causes me to dream for another day, is that I want you to learn to live in a place of unending, perpetual joy, just like I have. You know that I've struggled with depression over the decades of my life, but I have tapped into a vein of joy so rich and so rare that I can't keep it to myself. I want you to discover the joy life the way I have. So what is the joy life? Well, it's a subscription that you will sign up for, and then every month in your inbox, you will be given loads of ways for you to tap into joy. For instance, you're going to have access to many of my former Bible studies. You won't have to wait for them to go live, but you'll be able to listen to them, to download the notes whenever you want to. We've created ebooks for you. We've created graphics for you. We've created a podcast that's only going to be given to the subscribers of The Joy Life. Every month you're going to get a testimony or two of women whose lives were a mess, who were living in a place of pain, and yet they chose to allow the joy of His presence to invade their very lives. There's all of that and so much more, but I just want to invite you to take a moment and to consider about being one of the subscribers to The Joy Life. I am so determined that no matter what we're going through in the natural, that you will understand that as believers in Jesus Christ, we are surrounded by His presence, where there's always fullness of joy. You know, the joy life is going to be for those of you who want to go just a little bit deeper in Scripture and in Bible teaching. We'll have that for you. I know one of the questions that might come up is, well, Carol, why do you need to charge for it? Well, let me just be upfront with you and tell you, we've put a lot of man hours, a lot of work, a lot of effort into creating a membership that's excellent, that's life-changing, that's creative. And we don't want to skimp on that. We want whatever we do to be filled with that which even God would say, well done. So that's why we're charging for it. But again, I just want to invite you to join me for this new initiative called The Joy Life. I'll see you there.